of snakes, there is a garter snake that is 37 inches long. I think we should write that somewhere on our sheet of paper, maybe in like one of the corners. And then it says that there you go. And then it says that the eastern rat snake is 72 inches long. Okay. And then our question is how much longer? So I'm going to put a G for garter and an E for eastern. Go ahead and write that on your board or sheet of paper right now. Put it in like the top corner, okay? So that way we can use all of this area. There you go. Okay. So our question is, how much longer is the eastern rat snake than the common garter snake? So picture this real quick. Close your eyes and picture this in your mind. What do you see? If you could see this problem in your mind, what would you see? Does anyone want to share? What do you see, or how do you visualize it? What do you see? So, okay, I'll ask you this. What do we know in this problem? What information does the problem give us? A hint, we wrote it down. What information does this problem give us already? We wrote down the information. What information does the problem tell us? What information did this story tell us? Can anyone raise their hand and tell me? What do we know already? What do we know? Well, we know the length of two snakes. Who could tell me the length of the garter snake? Who could tell me the length of the garter snake? Susan.
37 inches.
Perfect. And then we know the length of the eastern rat snake. Who can tell me what that one is? Kweku. 72 inches. Perfect. Okay, what are we trying to figure out? What are we trying to figure out? What is our problem? What are we trying to figure out? I'm going to read the question one more time. How much longer is the eastern rat snake than the common garter snake? So what are we trying to figure out? What are we trying to figure out? What are we trying to figure out? I just read it, guys, so you should all know. How much longer is the eastern rat snake than the garter snake? So what is our question? What is this question asking? Who can just repeat the question for me? You guys are awfully quiet today. Okay, we are trying to figure out how much longer the rat snake is than the garter snake. So we're gonna draw a picture. So you should be, whatever I draw, you need to be drawing. All right, so I'm gonna draw the eastern rat snake first. It's not gonna be my best snake picture, but it's gonna work. All right, draw that picture. Draw that picture. This is my long one. This is my rat. I'm just gonna put rat, and this is, oh, this one is 72 inches. Why does this keep out of focus? What should I draw underneath it? What should I draw underneath it? What should I draw underneath it? Oscar. What should I draw underneath it, Oscar?
What?
What should I draw underneath the rat snake?
The garter snake.
Perfect. Now, Oscar, let me ask you this though. is the garter snake gonna be the same length as my rat snake?
No.
No. So I'm gonna draw this and I'm gonna stop it here because my garter snake is only 37 inches. So draw this. Everyone should be drawing this on their sheet. Draw this on your sheet. All right, so we're trying to figure out this. We're trying to figure out actually, I'm gonna not do its tongue. We're just gonna do this. We're trying to figure out this distance. Put a question mark there. So put that on your sheet right now. Put that on your sheet right now. So we're trying to determine how much longer the rat snake is than the garter snake. Because remember, our question is, how much longer is the rat snake than the common garter snake? So if here's the rat snake, here's the garter snake. Well, the garter snake stops here. The rat snake keeps going. So we're trying to figure out how much longer the rat snake is than the garter snake. So that is why I put a question mark here, because we're basically trying to figure out how big is this part of the rat snake? Because that's how much longer, that's how much more body it has compared to the garter snake. So we're trying to figure out this length. So you should have that on your paper now. All right, so one snake is 37 inches long. That's the garter snake. The other is 72 inches. We need to find the difference between the lengths of the two snakes. Someone raise your hand. What is difference? If I say difference, are we doing adding or subtracting? Everybody should know this. If we're doing difference, are we doing adding or subtracting? Kwaku.
Or subtraction.
Subtracting. Anytime you hear the word difference, you know you have to subtract. Okay, so we are going to try and solve this. If I'm trying to figure out the difference between the two, I know that my problem's going to be subtraction. And I know my answer is going to equal the difference, which is this. So what two numbers do I need to put here and here? Think about it. I'm going to give you a minute to think. If I'm making a subtraction problem with these two numbers to find the difference, what number is going to go here and what number is going to go here? I want you to send me a chat. Which number is going to go in spot number 1? Say it first, and then which number is going to go in spot number 2? Send it second. Send me a chat. If we're working with these two numbers and we're trying to find the difference, which number is going to go in spot 1 and which number is going to go in spot 2? Tell me spot 1 first. Can I take, some of you guys are telling me this. Some of you guys are telling me to do this. If I have $37, can you take 72 away? Yes or no? If I have 37, I see Emmeline shake, Bootsy, it was me. If I see Emmeline shaking her head, Oscar, we're not playing baseball. If I have $37, can you give me $72? If you have $37, can you give me $72? No. So we know this won't work, will it? Can I do 37 minus 72? Yes or no? Just shout it out loud. Can I do this?
No.
No, I cannot take away more than what the number is. If you guys have 37 cookies, I couldn't take away 72 because you don't even have 72 for me to take away. So we have to switch these numbers. So my problem is going to be the bigger number, 72, minus 37, and that's going to equal our missing length. So write this down now. All right, I could also write it another way. I'm going to show you. I could write it with an addition. If my garter snake is 37 inches, I want to know how much I need to add to make it 72 inches. So I would put 37 plus blank equals 72. Because this one shows me that 37, the garter snake, plus this question, I don't know how long this is, we got to figure it out, equals the whole length of this rat snake. Gabe, what's up, bud?
I just know the answer.
Okay, you know the answer? Okay, so let's go ahead and let's solve this. Let's solve this. All right, let's solve this. All right. How could we solve this? How could we do 72 minus 37? What is one way we could do it? Gabe, do you know? How did you solve it, Gabe?
So 72 and 37. So I took away 2, so 70. And then, so I knew 37. And then I added up to 70, and then I added 2, and that gave me my number.
So did you do a number line type thing?
Not really.
Okay, so here's two ways we could do this. So we could draw a number line. If I am going from 72, and I'm going to take away 37. So first come over here and let's break apart 37. 37 is made out of what two numbers? Who could raise your hand? Diana, what is 37 made out of?
I forgot.
All right, what two numbers is 37 made out of? Kamaya.
3 and 7.
3, okay, so it's 3 and 7 are the digits, but if I add 3 and 7, does that equal 37? You're right with the 7, but what would I have to add to 7 to get 37? Who knows? Santana.
30.
Perfect, 30 plus 7. Okay, so everyone should be writing this down. Get your number line and put your number line, and we're going to start at 72, and we're going to take away 37. Let's do that now. So I'm going to jump back and take away 30. What is 72 minus 30? What is 72 minus 30? 72 minus 30. If I look at our 200 chart.
42.
Good. Someone said 42. Let's look at this. Look at this chart. All right, if I am at 37, which is here. All right, 72, I mean. 72, which is here. If I take away 30, remember 10, 20, 30, I hit 42. Am I done?
No.
Done, because I have to now, I took away 30, but I have to now take away 7. So now I'm going to take away 7. What is 42 minus 7? So find your 42 and just count backwards 7. Or you could count with your fingers. 42, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 30.
35.
35. So my answer is 72 minus 37 equals 35. All right, Ms. Vitowski, we're just finishing this up and then I will send them off for independent work. Sorry about that. All right, so we know that this part, this length, is 35 inches. So we did 72 minus 37 equals 35. So what would I put in here? What would I put in this spot? 37 plus what equals 72? What would I put there? I know that this spot right here is 35 inches. So what plus 37 equals the length of this big old rat snake? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Think for a minute. Look at this again. 37 plus what number equals 72? We already figured it out, guys. Kamaya. Oh no, I think Kamaya froze.
35.
Good, 35.
35.
Do you see how these are kind of the opposite of each other? 72 minus 37 equals 35. So that means that 37 plus 35 equals 72. Okay, do not erase this from your whiteboard or your sheet of paper because you are going